Alright everybody, welcome back to another stream on the channel. TGIF to everybody. Today is June 10th and it is Friday night here on the West Coast, and we are in X-Plane 11 again, getting ready to take a flight on Pilotedge. Big up to my wife, kids of course, even before that, capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for protecting us, dear Lord, and hopefully the stream is blessed with no crashes. Big up my Big G Greenlight Auto Brokers, and Zato Flies are in the house. Greenlight says, what's good fam, you didn't tell me I was flying. Yeah, I sent a text earlier, it must have didn't go through, but I just said I'm going to do the first leg on Pilotedge so that I can showcase that again on the channel, and then maybe on the second leg, if you still want to jump in and fly, we can. First leg is going to be from Palm Springs to Monterey, which shouldn't be horribly long at all. And then if we want to do the second leg on VATSIM and maybe another leg after that, we can. But you know me, guys, I got to get my return on investment. Totally. So, at any rate, man, we're here. We're about to get it on and jumping. We'll be on Pilotedge, of course, for the duration of this flight. Taking some executives, believe it or not, we got some executives for a fishing company that we got some also cargo on board, where they're showcasing some new onboard equipment for some vessels that'll be fishing. So for this first leg, we're going to take the executives to Monterrey Bay. They'll disembark, and then we got another crew that has requested to go to Vegas after that, and then we get another charter flight after that during this stream, then we'll take it from there. Greenlight says, hit me up, you know I'm down. Oh yes sir, well I'll be right here, Green. You'll see me land and we can keep going, man. Zato says, VIP's in the house, you know it. So anyway guys, and speaking of Greenlight, this is a plane my boy Greenlight actually put me onto a while ago that I absolutely haven't flown on stream at all, and I saw it in the hangar, man, and I was like, you know what, let me get this thing on and jumping. So late last night I just did some messing around with it and familiarized myself with it. So we're gonna take it up today, guys, and we'll see what exactly is crack-a-lacking with this thing. Guys, I want you to help me today if you can with my volumes. I think I tweaked a few things and figured out my last stream why it was so loud. So if you guys are able to, during the duration of the flight, give me a good sound check, that would be much appreciated. That is the one thing I was not able to do in today's schedule. So without further ado, first of all, what I want you guys to note is all of the pitot covers and engine covers, and as you can see down here, all the pin covers here that are here, let's go ahead and take those out and get the ground power on as we get ready to take this up for the first day, first flight of the day. So first of all, let's connect the GPU, and we could go one by one. For example, if you look here on this side, you'll see them starting to, well, they're supposed to disappear, but what we're going to do is let's come back outside again, and let's get rid of this here, and then come back outside again, and we'll do the fast pre-flight. Obviously the clicks aren't working, so what we got to do here is external pre-flight, and you could just do fast pre-flight, and it gets rid of everything, and everything turns green. And then here's where we'll use the GPU interface. Not quite sure if they model the GPU on the outside, but it is connected. Yeah, they don't model the actual GPU itself on the outside, but it is connected. As we were in flying time too, we'll go over the cabin. I think it's a pretty good rendition of that. Rock City's in the house. Hot Start Challenger, no sir. This is the it's not the Hot Start Challenger. This is the give me a second here. I don't want to lie to you guys. This is the Bombardier Challenger 300 by D-Den, double D-E-N. So it is a Challenger 300, but it is still a very good simulation to me. Not as quite as in depth as the the Challenger 600 situation, but yet it is pretty dope. So thanks guys for checking in. Thanks Rock for being here, everybody. Let's go ahead and get on board now, and let's go ahead and cease and desist with the music here as soon as the song goes off. In the meantime, we are on board. You can see what I love about it. It's got our iPad for all intents and purposes with our onboard Avi tab, which is pretty awesome. So, and as you can see here, if you come to the middle, you will see that the ground power is available. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this joint on and jamming, and then we could get some more music in there. By all means, guys, please let me know again how the volumes are, if they're balanced out. But I do think I fixed it last time. It had something to do with XP Realistic. So as you guys can see here, it's cold and dark. There's the cabin back there, but as we're preparing for flight, let's go ahead and close our little rusty dusty situation there so we can go to work uninterrupted from the passengers. Now, of course, we got to come down here, guys, and get the battery on. So we'll do the left battery and the right battery, of course, and our standby instruments. And then we're going to go ahead and get the available APU power on and start bringing her up to life there. And before we forget, let's go ahead and turn our nose wheel steering on, because this one does require us to do that. And let's start ensuring that our radios are going to work. Now, the radios on this guy work a little bit different here. And you can tune them using this. I'm assuming it's a touchscreen type situation, or we can tune it as well by clicking radio, and it pretty much will highlight the first one, and we can tune it that way. Or guys, we can also there's no IRS or anything to our line, or we can come here to the tune feature and we can tune the radios in right here. So let's come here first of all and go ahead and type in our current location. We have already filed our flight plan, of course, but we need to get the frequencies in. Since we're on Pilotedge, we got to use all the correct frequencies here. Let's see, airport parking gates and coordinates. I believe we want this chart here, which will let us know exactly where we're at. And of course, I was wrong. So perhaps it's this first one here. Let's take a look, and it most certainly and indubitably is. So here we are. We're by the control tower here in the general aviation parking, so we'll report that closest to Whiskey 3 and the FBO. And now let's get our list. The first thing I like to do when I'm on Pilotedge especially is to make sure that it's all connected good. So what I'll do is I'll tune into the ATIS, which is 2465. We'll tune it a couple different ways. I'll show you guys a few different ways to tune it, but we'll tune it here first. 2465, we put it in the pre, and then of course we just hit let's not do that. Let's I gotta remember where the clear, oh, here's the clear button. It's a little bit, I believe we just hit this again and it'll switch over. There we go.
Clear. Temperature 41. Dew point 12. Altimeter 2974.
All right.
Arriving and departing runways 31 left. 31 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Okay, so hotel's on board. Let's get that altimeter.
Palm Springs International Airport. ATIS Information Hotel. 0253 Zulu. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 41. Dew point 12. Altimeter 2974. Arriving and departing runways 31 left, 31 right. Visual approaches in use.
Okay,
VFR
so
departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Okay, so we do have hotel on board. We listened to the whole thing.
Palm Springs International Airport. ATIS Information Hotel. 0253 Zulu. Wind 050 at 5. Visibility 10.
Then we could come
Sky condition clear.
And,
temperature 41. Dew point 12.
Actually, what we'll
altimeter
do is we'll
2974. Arriving and departing runway 31 left, 31 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures.
All right, so we'll shut that down for now, and then we need to get our clearance, which is 2835. So let's go ahead and jump 2835 in there now. So 128.35. Boom, and then boom, 2835, and then we can also put ground in there as well, which is 21.9. So we'll do 121.9, and then we'll show you how to flip it over the other way too, guys. So here we go. So 2835 is the clearance here, and we are November 350 Kilo Tango, of course. So let's go ahead and get that clearance. Let me pull up our chart here. Palm Springs clearance, November 350 Kilo Tango, IFR Monterey. All right. So hopefully everything is going to be copacetic. I haven't heard any chatter on this channel.
Burbank Tower, Cherokee 7 Romeo Golf, 3,500 inbound for full stop landing, Alpha.
2647 Romeo Golf, Burbank Tower, make sure to runway 8.
Controller that normally takes a little bit to respond. So we'll just
runway 8 clear, right straight in, Cherokee 7 Romeo Golf.
Here's some
the 350 Kilo Tango Palm Springs clearance, use IFR to Monterey.
Okay, say again for number 350 Kilo Tango.
The 350 Kilo Tango, just confirming you look for IFR to Monterey Airport.
Yes. Clarifying, I am going to Monterey Airport. Kilo Mike Romeo Yankee. Yes.
The 350 Kilo Tango clear to Monterey Airport, Cathedral 1 departure to Palm Springs as filed. Maintain 8,000, expect flight level 240, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.7, squawk 3621.
Okay, cleared to the Palm Springs, Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, transitioned and is filed. Climb, maintain 8,000, expect flight level 240, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 26.7, squawking 3621, November 350 Kilo Tango.
No 350 Kilo Tango, read that correct.
All right.
No 122 Papa Tango, you appear to be now flying southwestbound. Where are you navigating to?
A good,
I'm just getting on the radio right now. I'm going to turn inbound on the radio to Papa Tango.
He's going to turn bound in the radio. So let's put a fake frequency.
How's that look? To Papa Tango.
Under 2 Papa Tango, I do see you in the turn. I'll let you know once you level.
Okay, so we'll keep them turned off, guys. In the meantime, we are ready to go. We're expecting runway 31 left. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and plug this in here. We're going to go just like any other flight, first of all, to our flight plan. And we are going to type in Palm Springs. Boom. And then we're also going to just type in the Monterey right off the bat. Bada bing, bada boom. And flight number, of course, we are just going to put our call sign in there. So we're November 350 Kilo Tango. And we'll put that flight number in there, guys. And now we have our origin and destination. And now we can simply get ready to go. So this does departures arrivals. There's a Cathedral 1. It's asking for the active runway of departure, which I believe will be 31 left. We'll do CAF. And Cathedral 1. Okay, let's execute that, of course, and then go over to our flight plan and look what that is. Cathedral 1 to Palm Springs, which is perfect. And then the next one will be an airway of Victor 386. And let's see here. Let's see. So that's a mismatch. Just like that. Victor 386. I wonder why it doesn't like that. Let's see. PSP. Let's go to legs really quick. It's always got to be something. So there's PSP. And really that's the entryways. PSP looks. So I don't understand why it does not want to take it, but we'll figure it out. Let's execute this here. Okay, let's go next. And let's try this again. Let's see. Victor. Oops. It's peculiar. We may have to do a little trick here. Watch this. We may have to go PSP. And then now let's try Victor 386. And that was it. And then PMD. So this thing is a little quirky, obviously. And then Makers is a fix. And we'll put that there. And then Wiggle. Oh, no E. The Whiskey India Golf Golf Lima. And then let's look at the current weather in Monterey Bay. To see exactly what we have. And then we can get up out of here. Let's see here. Monterey Bay. It's variable right now at 4 knots. So really, we can just pick the optimized runway there. So let's search Monterey Bay quick, guys. Let me check something too here. It was my frames were getting jacked up too. Let's see. Right now we're getting good FPS right now. I don't think there's a whole lot of coverage in there. But we'll do high performance with smooth updates just to be on the safe side to save our frames and go from there. Let's see. So MRY is what we want. And now let's select the actual airport. Don't forget winds are variable. So let's see what makes sense. We are, so honestly, we're going to be traveling northwest. I'm assuming 10 right. Let's look at the, well, no, the last winds prior to that were at 280 and 290. So we best to choose runway 28 left for now to be on the safe side. So let us just put that in now. And we'll go departure, arrival. And we'll say, looks like we got the localizer 28 left for now. And it'll be transition will be wiggle. And then we can execute that. And now we can come down here and look at the legs. There we are. Now, technically, when we get to wiggle, we have to remember that we're not cleared to come here yet until we are. So that's one thing that I'll have to remember. And let's go ahead and let me show you guys how to put in the information here using Av Geek in the house. What's up, Aviation Geek? Big up to you, big dog. Good to see you here, man. And guys, I'm going to do my best. I'm trying to get us out of here so that we can get in the air. And Av Geek says he's been plane spotting since 6:30 a.m. and I'm still going to be going LOL. Been a long day. I feel you, man. Good to see you, Av Geek. All right, guys. So now I'm going to show you how to use this thing in order to do it. So once you hover over these numbers, that will manipulate them. The bigger to the left 2 numbers and the smaller to the right 2 numbers. And then here's an up arrow to the right and a down arrow on the left. Obviously, down arrow will turn it off. Up will turn it on. So our squat code that we were given is 3621. So there's 3621. And now if we want to turn the transponder to the standby, there it is. Kind of the same thing will work here, only the difference is you don't have the 2 arrows. You just have this bottom one here to manipulate, then up. And then, of course, we can also tune it with this as well. This works as a access to several different things. So we have that done. And, of course, now we need to look at our annunciator panel. Not our annunciator, I'm sorry, basically our glare shield. So let's come over here and let's get our altitude up in this bad boy. Initial altitude is 8,000. So there's the initial altitude is 8,000, and we'll do a vertical speed takeoff. So let's go ahead and hit the VS, as well as we're going to be on the nav mode. So we need to make sure that our so even though I hit the nav mode here, it goes on to LNAV, but we have to make sure this source is from the actual FMS. So you'll need to hit this nav source, and you'll see down here it comes in right now. It's highlighting nav 1, as you can see, but you're going to want it to highlight the FMS. So just click it until you get there. Now you can clearly see here, along with the bearing indicator, that is the nav 1 situation. And we can see here, we take off, we do a right turn to PSP. And then I think we come back. Let's also put the altimeter in while we're thinking about it. Altimeter is 2974, and we can get that from right here. So we'll type in 2974, and it will tune the other side as well, which is great because we don't have a first officer. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this Cathedral 1, because remember, guys, we got to do it right here. We cannot mess around. So Palm Springs, PSP, back. Let's leave our departures to Cathedral 1. And let's observe everything that we need to see on the Cathedral 1 here. Let's look at the narrative first of all. Okay, 3-1, climb heading 310 across the Palm Springs VOR, then right turn, direct PSP VOR. And this is the radial, PSP radial 268, which we turn right direct to PSP, then climb via PSP radial 104 to MRUD. Then we do a right turn, back direct to PSP VOR to go on course. So let's see what our FMS is telling us. PSP, MRUD, right? Then back to PSP, then back to Yucca. So we actually have it in here correctly. So first one will be getting us on the radio 268, heading of 310, 5 nautical miles to the Palm Springs VOR. From the Palm Springs VOR, we go direct to MRUD. And then at MRUD, for 10 nautical miles, we turn back around and go to the Palm Springs VOR and then continue on that way. So essentially, this thing likes to have a waypoint in there that is actually not part of the arrival or departure. Now that I see that, and that's kind of what happened. That is good to go. Aviation Geek says, I uploaded a video 19 minutes ago and already got over 40 views. I didn't think it was that good myself, but he doesn't know. Hey, that's good, man. Don't sell yourself short. So that's all done, guys. Let's go back up to the glare shield here. And now we can see that it's on the FMS. Yaw damper's already on. Vertical speed's already activated, all in the green. So that's a good thing. The only other thing we want to make sure, just in the off chance, climb left turn. Climb heading 310. So let's put 310 in the heading mode, just in case. Just in case. All right, we're moving it over here. All right, 310, bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys, it's pretty much time to get out of here. We got the glare shield all set up. Flight director is already activated, as you can see in the magenta. Now, another thing that we need to do with this aircraft is to, there's a chart that we have to look at for the weight. So that's what I'm looking at now. And let me see if I can just slide it over here quick. And we'll just extend this guy down. Okay, so essentially this is the chart that I'm looking at. Our gross weight right now for this aircraft is 34,000, looks like 174 pounds. So right at the 34,000 mark here. These are going to be our speeds. So there's V1, V2, VR, V2. And at 34,000, we're going to start here. So I'm just letting you guys know what I'm looking at. I'll use that same chart for our landing too. So for right now, let's put in our ref speeds. So let's come back over here. Makes sense. And then we'll depart with the track IR view, of course. So in order to get your reference speeds in here, right now you can see there's some here, 16, 20, 27. That's not what we want. So we're going to hit the refs. And you see right here, V1 is already boxed in at 116. and we'll start moving this tune knob. And you can see that changing in the tens, and VREF is 122. So then we come into the smaller portion to do the last number, 122. Then let's see, we believe we hit refs again. Okay, no, so it's not that. So now in order to switch between them, you use this. Okay, so this is where we're going to use this part to switch between the selections and this part to manipulate it. The V rotate is 124, so again the inner portion. And then, of course, we need to go down now, and the V2 climb out speed, safety speed, is 131. So let's change that. And then the other one, boom, 131. Now we can hit refs. That'll be for our landing. That'll be for our minimums there for radio. And that's the barrel we wanted inches. And yes, so we're good there. And this is, if we wanted to show different things on the chart, like watch this. So if I want something else to come on there, I can... let's see here. Maybe it's this little guy here. See there? Yes, and you can see different things coming up on there. But I like it nice and clean, so I turned all of these off, guys. So let's hit our refs, and you can note that our V speeds are accurate now, 22, 24 with a V2 of 131. We're all good there. All right, guys, it is time to get out of here. And that's what we're going to do. Now, I'll have to figure this out. I think we have to hit chronometer twice to get it going. I was testing it out the other day, and I don't really know exactly what I did. But at any rate, all right, guys, it's time to get going. Now, I want you guys to note one other thing. There is this trusty checklist that we could literally go over. Let me show you guys how to do it. There's a few different ways. You can either come down here, because the control panel is not really conducive of us using it. So you can look down here and hit the buttons and then have to come up here and look at the screen, which is not really user friendly. Or watch this. We can pop it out, which usually I'm not a fan of this, but this kind of makes sense. Then we could come right down here and we have access to use it here to control it. This is the joy functions over here, of course, and you've got your enter and you've got your toggle right here, your joy toggles right here, which basically left and right. I don't think up and down do anything, but we'll see. At any rate, so if we wanted to go through all of this on APU start, we would make sure all of this was good to go. And if you wanted to check it off, you just hit enter like so, and it's pretty nice, you know. And of course, if you come up here, it's doing the same thing over here as well, as you can see. But for brevity, we're not going to be using it today, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. To get to the next shift, you're going to use your joy rocker right, and then now you're in the initial check. Again, you could literally just enter, you know, all the way through as you're doing your checks. Initial check, we're not going to do it all. It is pretty intuitive though. And then once you do that, your rocker again right. Now to engine start, we will pay attention to this. Let's see, door, beacon signs, park, emergency brakes. So let's run through it so that we can make sure that we are at least doing that part. So let's make sure we have the nav and the logo on. And now let's get the seat belts and non-smoking sign for our execs in the back. Let's arm our emergency lights, of course. And let's get the beacon on. So as far as door, signs, and beacon, emergency brake is already up. Okay, we'll check it off here in a second. Emergency brake is good. Chocks, if we looked outside, they were removed, which is a good thing. We removed those once we took all of the pre-flight off. The gust lock needs to be off, so we come here. This is essentially the gust lock here. The gust lock is off. Thrust levels are in the idle position, of course. And engine switches on, engine start. Okay, so this is for the engine start. So this is the engine switches that will turn on. So we're not going to do that just yet. So we can do this checklist. So let's finish this. Now we can enter all the way through this stuff here. We're going to do the run switches and then let's see what it says up. Okay, this is the after start here. So we'll double check this on the after start so we can get rid of that. Let's finish the startup now. And of course, we got to get the APU on first. So first and foremost, the APU start switch is down here. So you're just going to click it once and then click it and hold it. And then of course up here, we can observe the APU is coming up. Here's the exhaust gas temperatures and the RPMs. We'll wait for 100, and then down here in the center pedestal, you'll notice even if you click APU, it won't do anything. That's because it's automatically going to connect once we take this power off. Now it's already on. Now, of course, we need to come up here and get the APU bleed on. Okay, and then of course we're going to get the air source to normal, and we'll leave the probes and everything else off until we get the engine started up. So now that the APU is on, let's get rid of the ground power. External pre-flight, disconnect GPU, and the GPU is essentially disconnected. Bada bing, bada boom. We don't need to worry about the bleeds. This aircraft you actually take off with the APU on, which is kind of peculiar, but that's the way business is done. Now that that is all on, guys, the only thing we need to do is we're going to turn both of these engines on at the same time. Actually, I didn't like that, so let's turn that off and we'll start the right one first. And everything else is ready for the engine start, so let's go ahead and hold the right starter. Alright, engine is on its way up. And we'll extinguish that, and here's the parking brake that is up. Okay, that's one engine up to the good. Let's go ahead and start the next engine. Back up here where we have to hit the engine start. Oops, that's the APU. Alright, left engine is starting. We're still holding it. Perfect. Now let me check one thing too, because last time it was the sound settings that got us. Okay, they're turned way down. That's what was causing all that ruckus. Alright, now if you look on the annunciator panel here, we have the passenger door is still open along with the probe heat. So let's literally go back to the back cabin. Here's the back cabin, and we're just going to click the door close. And we'll get into some features of the back cabin here. It is very nicely done, actually. Okay, now you can see where we just got rid of a lot of that external noise with the door open, but that's why we run the checklist. Probe heat off, right and left, cross bleed is open. We know that hydraulic pump not in auto. Okay, so the probe heats are here. Let's also get the window heat. We don't need to worry about those bleeds yet, but we will worry about the cross bleed. Okay, the cross bleed is off, and then the hydraulic pumps are not in auto. They're referring to our pumps right over here. So there'll be one click to the right. Now all of these pumps are on, and the only thing left on is the emergency brake. So now let's run that after start checklist and make sure we're all copacetic. Anti-ice on, 2 minutes check. We don't need to worry about that. The windshield heats we turned on. Flaps, let's set them for takeoff. Flaps, we are going to set them for flaps 10. So there's the movement there. And then of course here we can see that we'll be indicating flaps 10 here any second. Bada bing, bada boom. We can also observe our trims. I like to take this one off at 6.5. So that looks good there. So now let's come back to that checklist. So the flaps are good to go. Hydraulics are checked. Flight and ground spoilers check in auto. I'll show you where that's at, guys, since I'm kind of doing a tutorial here. The flight spoilers, they're right here in auto, which means that when we land, they're going to automatically deploy. So there's that. Back in here, the gens and electrics are checked. So let's come back here. Now we can absolutely see that these generators are all good to go and on. So we have the APU on as well, those other generators, so we can actually turn that off. But we'll use the AP, we'll take off with the APU on for the bleeds. Okay, so we'll enter that. Trims we calculated. The PFD, we briefed it already. Departure brief is complete. radar terrain as required. So we are going to turn, there is terrain around here, so let's get our terrain radar going. If you click it once, it'll come here in white TR weather. We want the terrain radar, so we're going to hit it one more time, and the terrain radar is going to now activate here. Now, just again, too, guys, you can change this display. We'll do that in the air. So let's finish our checklist before we get out of here. Okay, now anti-ice panel is required. That's not worried. Passengers are briefed, of course. Nose wheel steering, we did turn that on, but just to show you where it's at, the nose wheel steering is right here, off, on. We definitely had it on. And then, so we can check that. And then the CAS is right here. You just click that once. And this is the CAS, is all checked, that's good to go. So nothing to worry about or belabor there, guys. Enter that. We're going to right joystick rocker. The brakes and nose wheel steering, we'll be checking that. Fuel balance is checked. But again, if you want to check the balance of fuel, you're just going to simply come up here and look at 2656, 2654. You can see the fuel is pretty much evenly coming out, and there are further fuel panel in here in which you could check as well, in order to make sure that your fuel is being appropriately utilized. And well, here's our pressurization. There's not much we need to do with that as well. And of course, here's our fuel and gravity flow. Right now they're both in the auto position, and that's why the fuel flow is doing its thing. Okay, so we'll hit enter for that. Thrust reverse, it works, trust me. Engine, instrument, and N1 bugs, they agree, so we already did that. And the flaps are set for takeoff. And this is pretty much into the taxi, which we already did that. And the next one will be the lineup. Probes, anti-ice, light strobes, all that stuff. We won't be running it then. We'll be doing our verbal checks. So let us check out the chat, and then we're out of here. AvGeek says, like they say, someone's trash is another man's treasure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys, I do believe we're good to go. Now, lastly but leastly, let me show you guys how to manipulate this using this and this. So as we know, the ground is 1219, so let's manipulate it here first, so we can essentially switch it over. There's the 121. We have to wait for it to go small. When the aircraft is moving, that's extremely hard, and you just hit the hand to flip it over. Now we'll double check that again. Okay, 1219, absolutely 100% correct. And then the tower frequency is 19.7. So I'll show you guys how to do it using this portion up here. So if you guys take a look, we want to put 19.7 in here. It's not boxed yet. So all you do is hit this radio feature. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you can see it's boxed. And then, of course, now we tune it. The big knob is for the first three numbers. And what was that frequency? Was 19.7. Okay. And then the second knob is going to be for the smaller numbers. Now, if you wanted to switch between the two using this, you could just go to the hand. Make sure it's on the hand though, and you click it like that. Again, I'm using XP Realistic, so it shakes around a little bit. So now 2465 should be actually what we needed for the actual ATIS, 2465. Now I'm going to show you guys how to get the ATIS using COM2. You just plug that in.
1050 at 5. Visibility 10.
Are you parking at signature when you land?
Clear.
We are actually taking out the Monterey Jet Center.
2.12. Altimeter 2974. Arriving and departing runway 31 left. 31 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures. Contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignment and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information to tell.
Okay,
I do have Zulu, and we'd like the ILS for 28 right.
Now we can
Palm
take
Springs
off
International Airport.
and be done with it. There we go.
Okay, well,
So we are all ready to go.
Papa, thanks.
Everything has been taken care of, and we can get up out of here, guys. Palm Springs ground, November 350, Kilo Tango at the fuel box by the control tower with information hotel requesting taxi.
350, Kilo Tango, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 left, taxi via Whiskey Alpha.
31 left, Whiskey Alpha, November 350, Kilo Tango. Alright, pretty simple taxi, guys. We'll join Whiskey 3 or Whiskey 2 to Whiskey. We'll take that all the way down to Alpha, and then we'll switch to the tower, and we'll put our departure frequency in there, guys. So, let's go ahead and get our taxi lights on. So that'll be this middle one click. And again, verifying everything is good to go. There's our flaps to 10. We are all set to go, guys. Let's get outside and take that official look.
Fly heading 115 back to approach.
And right now, all of the passengers have their shades closed. We'll get that open in the air. So she's looking good, guys. All right, let me know how those volumes, if you guys can hear the ATC and everything fine. Do I need to turn ATC up or not? Let me know, guys, because like I said, sometimes I don't know. All right, guys, let's do our flight controls check, which you can come right down here and hit this FLT. And now on this bottom section right here, we'll do our flight controls. Elevator up, elevator down, neutral, aileron left, aileron right, neutral, rudder right, and rudder left, and neutral. We'll do our toe brakes check here in a second. So now you guys can see we just hit it back to CAS, and actually we can, if you hit CAS doesn't do much, but if you do format will bring you back to this screen here. ATC sounds good to me. AvGeek says perfect. All right, once we get a little bit more noise in the air and the music, we'll double check it. Okay, guys, let's get out of here. Let's roll. Parking brake is released.
316 Kilo, Las Vegas, correction, Los Angeles Center, thank you. Descending cocktail 1 arrival, report leaving flight level 270.
Welcome on board, guys, of this executive flight. Tail number or call sign is November 350, Kilo Tango. We have executives for a fishing company. We're bringing to Monterey Bay. They will be staying there for a few days because they absolutely need to get that new fishing equipment done here. Got my wife giving me a nice little lovely distraction over here. Hey, honey. All right, guys. Without further ado, we are on the way. Oh my goodness. We are on the way, guys. My wife is totally distracting me. So guys, welcome aboard. Thanks for hanging out. Looks like we got some clear skies. Don't forget our V rotate is 124. Cruising altitude will initially be 8,000, which we already have in the altitude alerter. Now, of course, let's set up our vertical speed. We're going to climb at about 2,200 feet per minute. Oh, man, that's good. AvGeek says got a bunch of expert fishermen on board today, a.k.a. masturbators. Now, that's pretty good, man. Good job, AvGeek, man. That was a good one, man. Very, very entertaining, guys. You guys didn't even know we had our resident comedian on board today. That's pretty good. Take a bump. Very good, very good. And yes, Green, once we get to Monterey, if you want to load up, I'll switch over to VATSIM. I just got to get my return on investment with this Pilotedge thing, man. Now, guys, she does require a little bit of throttle to keep her taxiing on the runway here, on the taxiway, that is. All right, my cat, I put a seat right next to her. She's right next to her as my wife's my co-pilot, of course, and then the cat's passenger. And the cat's actually part of the cabin crew. So, guys, we are totally headed to Monterrey Bay with some executives on board. Don't forget, when we get in the air, we are going to have to turn the APU off and then switch to bleed air over. So APU generator is off, but we're using it for the bleeds. From Monterey Green, we're going to do Las Vegas. And then from Las Vegas, we can go to, like, if we do another leg, Albuquerque or something. And guys, yeah, check out Aviation Geek's channel. He said he did some plane spotting today. I'm going to have to check it out too. And he's already got some pretty significant views on there. So we'll follow the flight director, we'll get the autopilot on, and we'll be managing the throttles ourselves, guys. Huh. That's a long one there. Alright, everybody, let's get ready to switch those radios over. Let's come here to a really quick stop before we let them know that we are ready to go. A little pressure here on the brakes. There we go. Now we can just use our radio to tune here, the easiest way, which is my preferred way. So we'll click that over, and then we're going to put our departure frequency at 126.7. Which, if you forget what that is too, guys, and you don't remember, you can always come here and check it as well on the departure frequencies, and it's right here, 126.7. And of course, you guys can see we're reporting here at the base of the runway. Now what we'll do is let's switch it over to the Cathedral 1 departure, which should be this guy right here, so that we can monitor our departure. Kind of looks like Chinese arithmetic here, but that's the way we need to depart. And we're ready to go. Palm Springs Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango on Alpha, holding short, runway 31 left, is ready for departure.
November 350 Kilo Tango, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff.
31 left, clear for takeoff, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, so with that, we're going to start our roll. We'll get our strobes on, our landing lights all up. We're going to put the taxi up into the landing light configuration as well. And let's get out of here. Final is clear. This jet is just enough study level where you will enjoy it. And my boy Greenlight actually put me onto this one, and he most certainly got me to enjoy this plane without him even knowing it. He knew I was going to like it though. Alright guys, we're going to line up. Now here's the part that I had a problem with last time. Okay, there we go. It automatically came on. Cool, cool, cool. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed is alive. 60 knots. 80 knots. V1 and rotate. All right, working those trims. Working those trims.
0 Kilo Tango, contact departure, verify transponders, must be.
Over to departure, and we'll get that transponder on November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, so let's navigate first. We forgot to get the transponder up. Okay, let's get on autopilot and figure that out. Let's just get on the flight directors first, and believe I messed the number up there. Okay. Alright guys, autopilot is connected, and let's go with flight level change. Alright, transponder code guys was 3621. 3621. Okay, and this is where you gotta have one scene where the XP Realistic can't do it because it was bouncing around. There we go. And over to departure. Okay. Alright, SoCal departure, November 350 Kilo Tango 7200. Check it in with you.
The 350 Kilo Tango, SoCal departure, transponder keeps flicking on and off. Just confirm the code 3621. It does appear I do have your mode C, just the code.
Okay, we'll try it again here. It says TAR ray and it is on. I'll go ahead and try to switch it in a different mode.
The 350 Kilo Tango, you are radar contact. Currently, I do have you on the correct code with mode C, climbing maintain 13,000.
Okay, roger that. Up to 13,000 for November 350 Kilo Tango. We got going a little bit fast there. All right. She's just getting on course there. Let's come over here so that I can get that speed in there appropriately. Because where we're at, where it's got it now for flight level change isn't, we'll leave it there.
And I see a puppy and a safety approach from backhaul.
Sure, we can do it from backhaul.
Let's get a little flyby since we've been struggling here.
Papa contact SoCal approach on 124.35, 2435.
Okay, 124.35 for Niner Sierra Papa.
0 Kilo Tango, contact Los Angeles Center, 126.35.
Los Angeles Center, 2635, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, 2635.
SoCal Cessna 339 Sierra Papa 5000 and Zulu at Montgomery.
The 329 Sierra Papa SoCal approach San Diego altimeter 2980. Clear backhaul, cross backhaul at 5000, cleared ILS runway 28 right approach, report established localizer.
Los Angeles Center, November 350 Kilo, checking in 12,000, climbing 13,000.
The 350 Kilo Tango, Los Angeles Center, thank you. When I proceed direct Palmdale, VOR, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Direct Palmdale up to flight level 240, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, so we are still climbing on the vertical speed and we are cleared direct to Palmdale VOR. So let's just come down here. Here's Palmdale, we'll hit that.
November 4 Papa Lima, Almani ground, runway 19er, taxi at Alpha Bravo.
Let's try legs. Okay, Palmdale. I don't know why it says not in database. What is that all about? PMD. And we should be...
316 Kilo, no report required. Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
It's going to be Palmdale.
134.65, 316 kilo.
And then after Palmdale, it should be Makers.
LA Center, Challenger 316 kilo, flight level 283, descending via the Cocktail 1.
Execute.
6 kilo, Los Angeles Center,
Okay.
Vegas, altimeter 2980.
And that's how we do that.
Landing 8 right, and
So now we are turning direct to Palmdale. And we most certainly need
Yes, like the visual for 19 right, please, 316 kilo.
Let's see here. Let's go ahead and range this out.
316 kilo, expect runway 19 right.
Expect 19 right, 6 kilo.
Okay, there we go. So there's Palmdale right there, guys, that we're turning direct to follow this line. So we can also pick up some speed here. Pick up a little bit of speed there. And let's come up here, guys, and put our barometric, our altimeter into the standard altimeter. And there we go, guys. So she should be straightening out to get on the line here to go to Palmdale. And AvGeek says, be back in a minute. Yeah, guys, that was a little bit of a very busy departure out of the Palm Springs area, but we seem to get it under control. You can obviously see why you would need dual pilot ops. And here in a second, we'll get into the actual okay, what we got here. APU bleed. Met its limit. Okay, so that's where I'm glad we remembered that. So let's switch bleeds over. Turn the APU off now. Okay, APU is shutting down.
316 kilo, contact Las Vegas approach 125.02.
125.02, 316 kilo.
And there's Ontario Airport down there. Or actually, no, I take that back. That's Palm Springs Airport. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, guys. So we are pretty much visibly above all of the terrain. So now what we can do is turn our terrain off. I have it on weather, but weather's not going to be an issue either. So we'll just turn it off completely. And guys, we are on our way. You can see our pressurization is all good to go. Fuel quantity is still pretty much nice and balanced, so the fuel flow is working out just fine. We got 97.8% on the N2, which will come back now because we're getting ready to come out of flight level change since we met our actual cruising altitude. Now I'll manage it by hand. You can look up in here too now and see the engine is depending on what detent you have it on. It goes to cruise when we take off. It was TO and climb. The only difference is in the climb mode is that if you're in the flight level change, you got to give it full throttle authority so that the plane can pitch for the best speed based off of the speed that you're telling it to. Other than that, guys, we'll let it pick up a little bit more speed. And we are on the way. We got Palmdale, Makers, Wiggle. And after Wiggle, actually, that is the last waypoint. Technically, we should be going direct to the field after that. So I'll put on a heading direct to the field until she gives us otherwise. But we'll check the weather and make sure that that's all good to go as well. And then on the next leg, we'll switch over to the VATSIM network, guys. My boy Green wants to fly along, so we'll see what he flies in. Anybody else that wants to join, go ahead and feel free to load up in Monterey as we get a little closer. Alright, just monitoring the aircraft. Once we get to a nice stable cruise speed, we'll take a quick spin in the passenger cabin. The modeling on this really isn't too bad at all, guys. I mean, just take a look at it. It's got your circuit breakers here, got the speaker, other circuit breakers behind you, this power box back here, as you can see. That is a redundant system, obviously, and I'm really impressed with this aircraft so far. So I think they did a great job. All right, we're still picking up a little bit of speed. Let's taper that off. I'm just slowly bringing back the throttle so we can monitor that. Make sure that we're not increasing any more speed. Keep it right there. Now we can come down here to our tablet and get rid of that. Get rid of this. And get rid of that. And we are cruising right along, guys. Looks like we found the sweet spot. We'll monitor the speed every time we come back up and look. In the meantime, guys, let's get back to the cabin and see what we can see. First and foremost, let's tell the passengers to open up all of their shades. Let some light in here. And just look at this cabin, guys. It's pretty copacetic. This will change every now and then, like as you can see here, showcasing the Bombardier. And actually, too, guys, it's pretty peaceful because you can even play music in this thing. Okay, and there's green light. Says he's got the actual flight plan already figured out for our trip to Las Vegas. And he says he'll be in Cessna Citations 550. Nice. Now watch this, guys. This thing even plays music back here. You click this, and we'll see if we can hear any of the music. It says playing music. It's pretty classy back here. Of course, you have this seat, the seat we're in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a total of 7 passengers plus the flight crew. So that is actually the music that we're playing. I'm going to turn the AC up here in a second, babe. It's hot in here. Especially with you in here. LOL. Alright, let's get this open too, guys. I mean, this truly does feel executive, guys. Bowling Boy 2009 in the house, man. What's good with you, Bowling Boy? TGIF to you. There we go. There's some class, right? And that's all playing from here, guys. You can actually put your own music in here and play from here, so that's pretty dope. Now, let's check on the aircraft, and we'll check a few other things out. And it's cool because you can't hear it so much from up here. Pull that power back just slightly. Okay, let's go into the back. Let's see how many more miles we got here to Palmdale. 46.6 miles. Right now, our true airspeed is 444, ground speed 456, and indicated 309. So we are moving. Now let's get in the back, guys. Okay, here's obviously a wing view.
United States Papa, thank you. Papa, Montgomery Tower 119.2.
This is from another view we have set up.
Tango, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
Los Angeles Center 33.2, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, 33.2. We're going to come and hit the tune. 133.2.
3390 pop-up Monterey, correction, Montgomery, Tower, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Good evening, Los Angeles Center, November 350 Kilo Tango, checking in flight level 240.
350 Kilo Tango, Los Angeles Center, thank you.
Alright guys, back to the rear we go. And it's cool, see now we can hear the music.
316 Kilo, Las Vegas Airport
dope.
Is off here 10 to 11 o'clock.
Look at that view guys.
So 16 Kilo crossing midfield.
A little bit of haze today.
At or above 8,000, clear visual approach runway 19 right.
Now, we can open this window up as well. And let's use this seat to take the tour into the lavatory. Alright, so here's the view into the lavatory. We can hit the door. And we can come in here, guys. Here's the restroom, the mirror, the sink.
Soap dispenser.
You have the actual toilet if you walk it a little further. So if you got to do your business, you got something right here. It's even got the little seatbelt. And then if you hit this door, this is the back cargo area with another cargo load door here. So yeah, guys, it's a pretty, as far as the cabin is concerned, I think they did a great job.
5 miles out, contact Las Vegas Tower 118.75.
And then we'll come back out of the bathroom area as well. And let's close this door as well. Let me see, let's back up a little bit so we can grab the right door. There we go. And boom, guys. Look at that, guys. Pretty dope little cabin situation that we find ourselves in. Not bad at all. And of course, you got the cascading picture here, like I said, that moves. So it's pretty classy. So we'll let the higher class executives back here enjoy the music. Let's jump up to where we get our hands dirty. And it's cool because you can't hear that music up there. So we're about to put on our own music here in a little bit. But in the meantime, really quick, let's just stay here and monitor the aircraft. Now, once we get into Monterey Bay, I believe we have runway 28 left all set up. We actually want to come right over here to the General Aviation Terminal. So if we get off, we'll exit stage left and come right over here. There's more of a General Aviation Terminal over here too, that we can ride up into. It's a northeast ramp and some hangars. And this is the passenger terminal. Greg Hill in the house, man. Big up to you, big dog. Good to see you here at the stream. Again, anybody interested in flying, green light will meet me in Monterey, which is our destination here. And once we land there, I'll jump off of Pilotedge, join the VATSIM network, and then we'll get going from there. Flying time for this first leg, guys, was only supposed to be 54 minutes. And we can look here. We've already 20 minutes into it, so we probably have another 30 minutes to go. Let's check our FMC as far as the legs are concerned. We've got 10 here. We got 128 to makers, and then from there wiggle. Then from wiggle, I'll have to make sure that I remember, and you guys remind me, I need to be flying direct to the field. I just seamlessly put this in here, which, you know what, brings me to the next thing to stay ahead of the aircraft. Let's go ahead and set up for the ILS while we're thinking about it. So let's get our approach runway in here. We're using localizer 28 left. And let's update the weather. Okay, perfect. Update on the weather. Winds are out of the west at 260 degrees at 6 knots. Clear visibility. VFR altimeter is 29907. So we can assume that this is the runway we're going to be landing on. First and foremost, let's get the decision height. MDA right here is 1860. So let's see if there's an option to switch it to the MDA. And again, it's 1860. So let's zoom in here. And we're going to go to our reference. Now, right now it's on RA. I don't know that there's a way to change it to barrel. Let's see here. Radio, bearing, source, refs, radar, weather, format. I wonder what this format will do.
216 Kilo, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 away for
Okay, format, just changed it. We'll actually leave it like this. Minimum RA, so I guess that's all we're going to get. And the minimums were 1860. Okay, so that only goes to 1,000, and I don't think there's any other way to. That resets it, so I don't know if there's another way to switch it from RA. Let's see, barrel, inches. Minimum altitude. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's see. What's minimum altitude? Now let's go back to refs. Yeah, I don't know, guys. We'll just leave that no. Anyway, something to take a note of. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get our frequencies all set up. The frequency for the ILS, or I'm sorry, it's not an ILS, localizer, is 110.7. We can go right here to tune. 110. Decimal 7. We'll do the same thing for the other side. Oops. Okay, 110.70, 110.70, 110.70. Final approach course is 278. So let me show you how you guys do that. So we got to put the aircraft, let's range this out. Now we're going to sync up the heading.
Southwest 448, underground runway 27, taxi block.
We'll go to heading mode. Now, in order to get that right frequency in there, we got to switch the nav source.
Please don't exit onto a runway unless you have authorization.
There, it's a nav 1. Now we can switch up the actual course heading.
Back taxi runway 23. And exit left at hotel, taxi to parking. Have a wonderful.
Okay, there's the course heading VOR.
Kilo taxi to parking.
So we need to type in 278.
Have a great.
And we'll type it in the other one as well, 278. Now we can come up and it should be reflective of 278 for essentially what our VORs are, but that's for the ILS because we'll be on the nav1 radio. And then now, guys, that's all set up, we're going to come back here to nav source, put it back in the FMS, and go back to the nav mode. And now we didn't skip a beat. This will turn itself off here in a second. We're at 25 minutes, so essentially we got about 25 to 30 minutes more of flying time. So just to re-verify, we know our minimums altitude is 1860 and 110.70, with the final approach course of,
Papa, Center Tower, report midfield, right downwind, runway 30.
And this one we did backwards. I need to fix that. 287. Let's do what we just did again because I messed up. So let's sync heading, back to heading mode, nav source, bearing source, and it's supposed to be 278, 278, 278. Okay, 278, 278. That's in there. 278, 278. For whatever reason, that bottom one says it's 292, but it says it's 272 there. That's strange. We can also, let's see, I think it's this guy. Oh, let's try this. Okay, cool. And then I guess this will be what would be used. Okay, and then there's 278. Alright, so let's now go back to our nav source. Back to nav. And for whatever... Oh, okay. I know why it's changing. Once we go back to FMS, it's going to go on to the current course heading 287, which is what we're following now. Once I switch it back over to the Nav 1 radio, it will essentially switch back over to that, guys, so no worries there. Alright, man, we are cruising right along. Who we got up in here? McSlammin! Yo, evening, fellas. What's up, McSlammin? Good to see you. Rai. I don't have anything to take out of Monterey, but I can depart KFSO instead. That's close to... Yeah, that's good, man. Either Oakland or Monterey. Hey, McSlammin, man, I'm sorry I missed your stream. I didn't even see you do it. I got to check it out, man. So big up to all of you guys for riding on board. Rai says, oh, snap, Monterey to Las Vegas. Yep, and then maybe we'll do one more after that. We'll see how that goes. But so far, guys, we're doing absolutely 100% awesome. And, oh, yeah, another thing we need to do, folks, is we need to tune in the actual HOTAS, which is 19 decimal 25. So let's put that in there.
Going to be right base for runway 24. Runway 24 could have landed.
Now, the difference in COM 1 is you can put the frequency in here. For whatever reason, when you do it here, it doesn't act right. So I just jumped the frequency right in there, right off the bat. It might be premature, but let's see if we're picking anything up. We're still a little bit of ways away. Okay, we're not picking anything up. That's understandable. So again, 19 decimal 25. 19 decimal 25. So that is the appropriate frequency, guys. And we already know we're going to exit stage left. Once we get there, let's go ahead and take a look and see where we're currently at now, guys. We'll go to 13 level zoom.
Southwest 448, contact departure.
Yeah, I think we need to go the other way.
Southwest 448, circuit departure, radar contact, report.
Right now, we're just southwest of Bakersfield, California, so we've already passed over the Grapevine. If we look to the back, the Grapevine is back here, and
radar vectors, Victor 23,
looking for the I-5 here.
Filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 7,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 13.1 and squawk 2631.
Or either, let's go to the first officer side.
Unable to find view ID 2.
Oh man, I never put a first officer side in there. That is crazy, man. Oops. Let me show you guys how to do that if you're using X camera. just to set up a view really quick. We want to set up another view, so we're going to add
camera 14 to category cockpit.
We're going to call it 2. Let's look down and make sure we're lined up in the seat. There we go. All right, now we have our first officer side. We'll save those cameras.
Saved.
And we're done. And watch this. Now we can just switch back and forth. Just that easy. So, this actually may be the i5 right here. I think that's the i5 right here. Yeah, because the i5 doesn't do all this stuff. That must be another one. And then, this should be the 99 over here. Interstate 99. So there's the i5, guys. And then way further over there is Interstate 99. They both run north and south. Let's see what our mileage is here. Okay, we've got 51 and 66. So here shortly, that's a little bit over 100 miles right now. So we can see Charlie if we come here and look. We can see on the approach. Okay, there's Wiggle, there's Charlie. So we'll definitely need to use our terrain radar and get in there that way. Rai says, okay, I'm tagging along. I'm going to start at San Jose. That's closest to Monterrey. You're absolutely right, man. You are absolutely 100% right. Yeah, guys, so we have it set up. It looks like this is going to be the optimal runway to go into Localizer 27, although we can do the visual as well. And we just have to know that we got to be cognizant of the terrain. Plenty of runway, so we don't have to land full flaps, guys. We can actually land flaps 20 here. Although we may try full flaps landing, I'll see how the bird feels. So with that being said, so in the flight plan, guys,
Southwest 448 10,000.
The flight usage for this flight is 2425. So the initial weight we had was 34,174. So 34, it'd be at 32.
Sorry about that, Los Angeles Center, Southwest 448.
So it's actually going to be 31.9, essentially. And the landing chart says our VREF at 31. Our VREF should be right at about 119. So we'll put VREF at 119. Don't worry about this. We're going to get a couple of messages say that they don't look right, but they will. We might get one more.
Tango, contact Oakland Center 128.7.
Oakland Center 28.7. We'll see you. Thanks for your service. November 350 Kilo Tango. All right, 28.7. We should be getting a different controller.
Roger that, 9354.
Good evening, Oakland Center, November 350 Kilo Tango, checking in flight level 240.
November 350 Kilo Tango, Oakland Center, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000, Monterey altimeter, 2997.
2997 altimeter, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000, November 350 Kilo Tango.
November 350 Kilo Tango, descend to pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000, Monterey altimeter 2997.
Yeah, roger that. You just actually gave us that, but altimeter 2997 in Monterey, descend at pilot's discretion to 10,000, and we'll start that descent now for November 350 Kilo Tango.
Roger, and I've repeated myself because I didn't get a read back from you. Just wanted to make sure you heard me.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I must have not hit the right button, so appreciate you for checking in on me. November 350 Kilo Tango.
Roger, no problem.
All right, so it must have been a mistake there, but that's all good. So let's go ahead and start our descent. Remember, we're manually controlling it with the throttle, so we'll start pulling back.
United 1203 Denver, clearance cleared to the Bishop Airport, course 6 departure, Relaxa
when it's
transition,
at
and then
discretion, I usually descend at about 1,500 feet per minute.
Via SID, departure frequency 126.1, squawk 7462.
Alright, guys, it doesn't look like we even had any time for any other onboard music. That is crazy, man. Phoenix J's in the house. What up with you, big dog?
Yeah, 1203 back
Pilotedge looking and sounding good, my GA. Appreciate you, Phoenix J, for real, man. We got to fly again together sometime, man.
52 Echo, turn left, heading 300.
I know life gets busy and we all kind of get in our own rut, but, you know, I do miss flying with the fellas, flying with HD and all you guys, so I try to do my best to get one in with y'all as well, and Geo, as well as Leo Sticks 86 and the rest of the crew, man. So appreciate all you guys for flying on board, and then for those that are going to meet up in Monterrey and jump over to
Roger 752 Kilo
Las Vegas,
752 Charlie Tango, Roger, when able, say intention.
I'm just going to go to the hold and then disconnect 752 Charlie Tango.
Roger.
Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to get my sim brief together now. But let's get our VREF. So, again, I was saying
10 degrees right.
VREF is going to be about 119. The winds right now, as the last check, which we'll check again, are at 6 knots. We should be able to get some type of ATIS right now. Peculiar. No ATIS. Let's double check it again. 1925. And you know what? This may be an this should be a control tower. Monterey ground tower, CTAF. So we'll see if it's a control tower or not on Pilotedge. But 1925 is what we should have in the Rusty Dusty 1925. And we're not getting anything yet. We still may be too far. But in the meantime, I'm updating the weather via FlightAware. And still giving us 6 knots out of the west of a heading of 260. Altimeter
3452 Echo, 8 miles from the final approach pitch. Turn left, heading 240.
You can just put it in there now.
Maintain 2,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21 right approach.
And we'll be getting ready to go direct to Wiggle. Let's see how many. Okay, we got 67 nautical miles to Wiggle. You can see the folks in the back are still enjoying the wonderful, wonderful bougie classical music here. Yes, pass the tea and crumpets. Does anybody have the Grey Poupon? I honestly don't know what, if I hit this, what that does. It looks like it does something. I don't know what it does, so I'm not touching it. Because we're in flight. That's something I just noticed. Alright, so passengers are all good back there, guys.
Vectors, visual approach, runway 20.
They're back there enjoying the sophisticated life.
Delta 9354.
Alright, again, that ATIS, we'll double check it here again in a minute as we get lower. And of course, we'll be requesting a localizer 28 left. You make sure that's the correct chart I have, of course. Yep, localizer runway 28 left. And plenty of runway room there to stop on. We'll hit 28 left and park over here at this ramp here, General Aviation, either this terminal or that terminal. Either or, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll go ahead and decrease that, increase our rate of descent to 1,800 feet now. Alright, guys. So in the meantime, let's get the checklist going.
3452 Echo, contact Tri-Cities Tower.
Okay. Descent checklist. That was the lineup. Okay, that gives us approach, transition level.
November 3452 Echo, Tri-Cities Tower, runway 21 right, clear to land.
Okay, APU and bleeds. as required. Cabin sign as required. Left and right hydraulic pumps to auto. We're not touching the bleeds or anything, so we don't need to land with anything other than the configuration that we have. So that'll be our next checklist. So not a whole lot going on. Our pressurization is auto. You can see that cabin altitude and the cabin rate is absolutely where it needs to be. Okay, our VREFs we set as 119. And got 117 in there now, but let's put 119 in there. So there's our go around. So our landing speed, guys, is going to be about 126. 126, 125-ish. We're just going to max that out, even though it's different than that. We come here and look at what the minimums were for it's 1860. As we get a little lower, we'll go ahead and put on the actual terrain radar. All right, 13,000.
We're 552 Kilo Echo taxi departing via Alpha, monitor ground.
Charlie, 6100. So we'll have another 4,000 from Wiggle. So hopefully as we get close, we'll tell them we want to take the localizer approach from Wiggle, and then we can just continue the approach straight on in. Make things super simple. He should be switching us over to NorCal approach here pretty soon. All right, let's start bleeding some of that speed back as well. We're going to start arresting some of that speed. Let's watch that spoiler come out. There's that spoiler coming out just a little bit. And we're slowly bleeding speed. Okay, we got the spoiler full out now. So we can be at the 250 mark for 10,000. Less than 1,000 to go.
Delta 9354 to center maintain 10,000. Advise the airport in sight. 11 o'clock, 20 miles.
Still bleeding speed. We're going to make it right in time, guys.
I'm descending 10,000 to will advise Delta 93.
We'll arrest that spoiler.
Delta 93, disregard.
Because as we begin to level out, we can push the speed up now ourselves. There we go. Again, I'm manually handling it. All right, let's go back to the cabin and just get that music off now. All right, letting the passengers know it's about time to arrive. All right, let me check you guys out. Yeah, green light says, yes, pass the Grey Poupon classical music. Calms the Savage Beast. Phoenix says, yes, bro, we must, no doubt. Absolutely, 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 man. You guys are ladies and gentlemen and scholars. And I got to say ladies because of my daughters and my wife in the house. And, of course, you gents on board are making it very good. And here's some more scenery that's saying it doesn't look correct, but for whatever reason the libraries may not match up with the updated ones, but it does match. We have good scenery to land into. So guys, our approach speed is going to be 125, and we will, let me make sure that speed is full flaps. Yeah, so we'll run that speed at full flaps and see what we get happening to us, man. Okay, we're keeping a pretty good speed there.
345 Delta, taxi to parking via Alpha. And Echo, if you're going over to that side, cross runway 12.
And let's see here. Okay, we're getting pretty low too, guys. Let's get on our terrain radar. Let's range it out. And there we go. We got about 18 nautical miles. So actually, let me range it in.
Those 9354, report inside.
So that I can
Delta 9354, clear visual approach, runway 20, contact Glacier Tower.
On clear visual 20, we'll contact Tower Delta 9354.
And actually, the course that we are going in is pretty much brings us direct to the field anyway, because it's pretty much a straight in. And this is November 350 Kilo Tango with a quick question. Is Monterey a controlled field on Pilotedge, or is it uncontrolled?
To that at the same time, Delta 9354, Glacier Tower, runway 20, clear to land.
Alright, we'll see if he answers us. I can't remember.
And 0 Kilo Tango, I think you were asking if Monterey's tower deal. All the Bravos and Charlies are, the civilian ones at least, are towered, and that's just select Class Delta airspaces.
Okay, roger. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's been a while. Appreciate you for November 350 Kilo Tango.
Mr. Kilo Tango, no problem. Contact NorCal 121.3.
NorCal 21.3. We'll see you at November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, NorCal approach 21.3. I'll go right in here to tune 121.3. And let's see if we got those ATIS yet.
Monterey.
Fact, you have information, Victor.
Good evening, NorCal approach, November 350 Kilo Tango, checking in flight level, or as you were at 10,000 with information Victor at Monterey, requesting localizer 28 from Wiggle.
November 350 Kilo Tango, NorCal approach, cross Wiggle ladder above 5,000, cleared localizer runway 28 right approach, correction localizer 28 left approach.
Cross Wiggle ladder above 5,000, cleared localizer 28 left approach, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright guys, so let's pull that speed back. Let's get that altitude dropping. Whoa, I got a little too aggressive on the altitude drop there. Now what I like about this aircraft, it does give you the arc for your descent. And really what we need to worry about is Charlie's at 6,100, so we'll be okay. He said cross Wiggle at or above 5,000, which we're going to do. Charlie's at 6,100 and then 54.
American 117 Denver Center, go ahead.
Let's see, Charlie's at 6,100.
American 117 Denver Center, ident.
Let's stop it there until we get to Charlie, man. We don't want to... We can't be playing no games with our descent.
American 117, radar contact 94 miles east of Lamar, VOR.
Yeah, because we got these mountains right here to contend with. see, 6,100. And then Yatad at 54. Okay, we're slowing down on speed. Let's go to the heading mode and switch our nav source and hit the approach button. And now we are on the localizer, guys. Okay, now we can go down to 54. Okay, there's the runway right there, guys. Let's ensure we do have our landing. Oh, we didn't. Make sure those landing lights are on now that we're below 10,000. Let's range it out. Let's get it. Dave McKee in the house. Bogey, good to see you. Just dropping a like. Been a long day. Have a great landing and weekend, Dre chat. Appreciate you, Dave.
Contact Monterey Tower.
Over to Monterey Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango. Okay, guys, Monterey Tower is 18-4. Good evening, Monterey Tower, November 350 Kilo Tango is on the localizer 28 left.
November 350 Kilo Tango, Monterey Tower, runway 28 left, cleared to land.
28 left, cleared to land, November 350 Kilo Tango. Alright, guys, and from here I'm just going to take it visual. Because I do have a good side of the runway there. We'll still do flight director as well as the approach mode. It'll give us some symbology there. But it's not going to give us altitude at all. Speed check, flaps 1. Alright, next waypoint, 46, 3,000. Okay, cool. Geek says at a meeting right now. No worries, man. Okay, guys, we're all visual here. Don't forget our final approach.
Delta 93 Bravo, getting via Bravo 7 for the terminal.
It's going to be 125 flaps full.
Departing via Bravo.
Via Bravo, Delta 9354.
Alright, here's our flap extension speeds, 175. Hey, honey. Ready to do our first touchdown here. Landing gear is coming down. Let's see how she feels with full flaps. We're off the beaten path a little bit here. Okay, just trimming her out. And guys, look at that beautiful view over there, man. A few years ago, my wife and my brother and some of our children, we actually went camping over here and went to that famous aquarium that's on Finding Dory Part 2. What was the name of that aquarium, baby? Do you remember? She doesn't remember. Alright, she's over here. Got the two co-pilots, the cat and her. Yeah, the one in Monterrey Bay. Alright, guys. We're almost to that approach speed. Feel like we're a little off line here, so let's come over a little bit. That approach speed's looking good, guys. Just working the trims here. Be a sterile cockpit, guys, till we get on the ground here.
Minimums.
Landing.
Minimums.
Steady as she goes, guys.
500.
Cross check, 500.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, guys, we got a butter. Reversers are out. Speed is bleeding. Alright, some brakes here.
Roger, okay, let's take a left turn at Echo or the end, taxi to parking via Alpha.
Okay, left turn and taxi via Alpha for November 350 Kilo Tango. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Alright, guys, here's Alpha. Flaps are coming up, and let's see where that general aviation is. It's going to be right there, so let's actually we're just going to come right across. Welcome to Monterey, guys. APU is starting. Alright, guys, we can get our weather terrain off, or our terrain and our weather off. APU is on. We'll also get that bleed on. And I think we'll just park right over here to the left, guys. So we actually made it pretty decently into Monterey Bay. Welcome it in, guys. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to run a couple of replays here. And then we will most certainly get back and going. Parking brake is set. Beacon off. Taxi light all the way off. And welcome it in, guys, to Monterey Bay. Let's go ahead and do our due diligence. Let's come here, get off of the, let's go to squawk mode standby. Standby is there. Cal State, Monterey, you know it. Phoenix J says, nicely done, my baby brother grad from CSMB. Nice, nice. Yeah, my daughter, my oldest daughter, my 23-year-old, she goes to Cal State San Marcos. So that's awesome, Phoenix J, man. You know what I'm saying, CJ? We both got connect from my kid and your brother going to Cal State system. All right, y'all. We have truly made it up in the place to be. Welcome it in to Monterey Bay. Let's get ready for the replay. We are actually going to do some, let's get off of Pilotedge.
Disconnected.
Dope. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we'll get on VATSIM network. I'll file the flight plan so that we can get ourselves over to Las Vegas. All right. Let's see how we did, guys. We did have a nice touchdown. Got overlay off for you guys so you can see that replay. Guys, thanks for staying on board today and riding with your boy. We're going to get another replay of this too. Man, she was coming down nice and sweet. We didn't get any poppy help. Localizer only. And there's that butter with that nose up, pretty much center line. She was looking official, y'all. All right, let's run that back, same view. I got to get two of those views, guys. You know what's up. Go back to this view again here. She was smoking in. But that's a good looking aircraft. Zato says, nicely done. Appreciate you, man. You know, it doesn't hurt for that TGIF butter. It really doesn't hurt for that TGIF butter, man. She's pretty nice to fly, actually, you guys. If you don't, this is not expensive at all. She's pretty nice to fly. Pretty much center line touchdown there, guys. All right, y'all, let's go back and check out a different play. Alright, y'all. Just a little bit left of center line. Look at her riding in. Alright, we're going to get a wing view. Landing, and then we will most certainly just give me a little bit of time for a break. Let's run it back just a little bit more. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and run this replay this way. See which view we want. I think we can roll this view, or let's see. Let me see what else we got in the view house. We got this side. I don't know. I think we'll take this one from this passenger's perspective here. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a sharper view. Alright, y'all, so while this replay is running back, I'm going to go ahead and get the next flight ready for you guys. And you guys enjoy this replay, and then we'll get back in it, guys. We'll be ready to go on the next leg.
20. 10.
Okay guys, your boy is back. Appreciate your Aviation Geek. He said nice landing, nicely done, Zato Flies. Thank you guys. All right, now it is absolutely 100% time to go ahead and get on the Pilotedge, or I'm sorry, the VATSIM network. So one thing I have to do is come in and change my controller. So let's go to the TCA yoke, of course, guys, and we got to change this from contact ATC to X Pilot push to talk. Apply that. All right, that's what it is. We're all done there, and let's get it on and cracking, y'all. Let me get my flight plan going here, and then we can most certainly log in with the fellas. Just give me a second here, guys, while I get this up and running. Had some dealing with a kid over there of ours who giving us a hard time when she's going to bed, so that was let's see here, why isn't it letting us connect? Let's see, maybe it wants us to review the settings here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, for whatever reason it's not in the replay mode, I don't think. Okay, it's not in the replay mode anymore. Alright, just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to figure out this situation while it will not let me... Oh, I know why. I gotta do a push to talk, that's why. Oh no, we don't have to. Radio stack. Listen device. Strangest thing ever, guys. It's not letting me connect. Let me see what's going on here. Let me try to file a flight plan here quick. Shadow's in the house, man. Sorry, man. Nightbot got you. Let's see here. Let me retry to file the flight plan again and see if that makes a difference. Oops. All right. Alright, Monterey, Las Vegas. Just getting the old rusty, dusty, and trusty flight plan together. We are on a Charlie Lima 30. And let's see. SNS, Paxson, Intel, Q174 Fletcher, Cocktail 1. Let's go back and make sure that's the one Greenlight has us flying. Okay, Greenlight's got SNSP, Intel, Fletcher, Cocktail 1. Okay, same exact flight plan. My boy, Sheer Insane, what's up? And Shadow says Nightbot hates me. Nightbot be on another one, man. Alright, guys, and we'll see what flight level. It should be an odd flight level. Let's put an extra 500 pounds of fuel. And we'll have about 4,500 pounds of freight in here as well. Now we got a bunch of party goers, guys, that we're taking over to Las Vegas. It'll be a relatively short flight as well. And let's get our call sign in there. Boom. Let me do one other thing too for you guys here, so that we have some accurate flight information. All right. So let's get that back on. Alright, so we got Monterey there. Let me finish filing my flight plan and hopefully X-Pilot will work. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's generate this flight. Then I'll try to log on. Okay, it has us flying flight level 410, and that's absolutely not good. So we're gonna do flight level kind of the same thing we did, just odd. We'll go for flight level, let's say it's under an hour. Let's do 270. It's probably gonna have us jump in a little bit more fuel just because of the lower altitude. The air is more dense. Alright, here it's an hour and 1 flying time, flight level 270. It's asking for 59.92 on the fuel. Okay, 59.92, so we could even do right at 6,000. Alright, 34,896. You have to pay attention to this. So 34,896 on the fuel. I mean, not on the fuel, but our takeoff weight. 34,896. That's going to come into play when we use our chart for our V speeds. All right, guys. So that's jumped in there. Now let me pre-file the VATSIM network. Flight plan is filed. Now, let me just close this thing down. It's doing something really weird. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me connect here. Let's see. Settings. Microphone. This is very peculiar. Anybody got any idea why this thing is not letting me learn more? Your push to talk must be assigned an X-plane using the joystick key command. So we got the push to talk. Okay, we got that on. Let's see. Waiting for X-plane connection, server list, server version, check complete, you are running the latest version. So for whatever reason, it's not recognizing being connected to X-plane, so I may have to shut X-plane down really quick, guys. So let's see here. Waiting for X-plane connection, so it's not recognizing the X-plane connection. So let's just do one thing here. Yeah, it's still not. Okay, guys. So let me put you guys on the waiting screen here quick, and we'll have to literally come back in because it's not Xpilot is not letting me log on. So I'm gonna put you guys right here for now, and I'm gonna restart X-plane. Should be really quick. All right, green light. Who did this song? Just give me the name. I got you, Lil Green Light. What's up, Lil Shadow? What it do? Start vPilot in admin mode. Got you. Shadow says, what's the issue? All right. Well, the issue was that it was not recognizing X-plane at all as far as being initialized. So it's going to take a hot second to start up, but we'll be back up and running here in a second, guys. Then we'll be good to go. It might have been an initial problem of it not recognizing X-plane because it might have been still in the replay mode when I tried to start it, but usually it'll tell you disconnected because of that, so who knows. Just a couple seconds here, guys, and we'll be back at them. You know how we do it. We already got one butter in the bag. Let's get to Las Vegas and see what happens there. We're almost there, man. Meantime, let's update our... Alright, we'll do that in a second here. I always have to calibrate my rudder. It's temperamental. Okay, we're calibrating that. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, finish that, guys. And almost back ready to go. I'm just gonna load up the aircraft. Okay, it's at the Monterey Jet Center where I wanted it. Let's also make sure we had the right amount of fuel in there, of course. Okay, 34,896. Okay, that all stayed good. Time, guys, in the simulator is going to be 12:06 local or 20:06 UTC. Just FYI. I know Greenlight likes to ask me that, man. So if that doesn't work, Shadow, I'll definitely try to start it up in admin mode, but hopefully this will work. Almost there, guys. Once we get back in, we will get back to it, man, so we can see what the friendly skies have in store for us. Got you. Not this song. 2 previous songs sounded like jazz. Okay, I'll try to hook it up, man. I'll try to hook it up. I'll try to hook it up for you, man. Alright, so we had a good run. Return on investment for Pilotedge. Let's get this one in, guys. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Just waiting for it to fully load up. I didn't anticipate a X-Plane restart, but it might be well warranted at this point. All right. Come on, X-Plane. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. It's almost there. It's almost there, guys. All right. Again, everybody, thanks for flying with your boy tonight. We had a pretty busy takeoff out of Palm Springs on our last leg. Got the aircraft where it needed to be, and then had a pretty decent arrival on the localizer 28 left into Monterey, and had a butter landing. It came out to be -119. It was in the butterific category, of course. All right, X-Plane is just now coming back up, which is a good thing, so we can fly. Okay, now let's see if we get any joy here. All right, got V-Pilot started back up. Let's see if it will let us connect. Huh. Man, it's still not recognizing X-Plane. Let's see. Which I know my FSUICP is working because that's how we get the overlay there, which is broadcasting. So that's all connected. Let me try what Shadow said. Let's try to start X-Pilot in admin mode. Let's see, run as administrator, yes. Yeah, man, it's not allowing me to connect whatsoever. It's not recognizing X-Plane. This is frustrating, to say the least. Let's see, settings. I don't know what to, maybe let's try a different server. Let's see, USA East, maybe? No, it's not that. Let's go back to USA West. I don't know, guys. I'm at a loss, man. It is not letting me connect at all. So I don't know if we can do it. What does your log say on X-Pilot? Okay, let me pull it up for you, big dog. Okay, so here's X-Pilot. X-Plane connection. Please make sure X-Plane is running and a flight is loaded. Server list downloaded. 7 servers found. You are running the latest version. I had no problem the other day. And, you know, there's my settings. You know, I don't know what else to say. X-Pilot window visible. Swelch disable. What does your log? Okay, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is frustrating. Like, does it want me to file a flight plan? Okay, I filed the flight plan, but it's not letting me connect, guys. So I am totally dumbfounded. It never has done this before. I restarted X-Plane and got it back up, but it's not, you know, it's not working. I don't know what's going on here, which is frustrating now. I mean, me and Greenlight flew the other day just fine, no problem. Nothing has changed. Let me see if you guys got any ideas for me. He's researching. Sorry, guys. So right now, I'm having an issue. My X-Plane, my V-Pilot, X-Pilot is not connecting. It says I got the latest version. I just ran it the other day with Greenlight on there, and it was not an issue. Stand by, guys. I got Shadow calling me in. I'm going to put you guys on mute. Give me 1 second here. Stand by. Alright guys, so alright brother, thanks Shadow. Alright guys, so if you guys don't mind waiting, I need to basically reinstall, log out of this plane and then try logging in. Oh, I see what you're saying, green light. Log out of this plane and then try logging in. Yeah. I don't know why that would be an issue though. You know, I don't know that this, let me see if I can fly another plane and try that. Let's do that. Let's switch to flight configuration. Maybe we won't take this plane. Let's see what we're going to take. Let's see what else we have that we can take, that we can take off from here. Okay, let's try our X-Crafts 145, and we'll try to run this one. Alright guys, so we're switching aircraft right now. We're going to see if that makes a difference so that we can log on, and then if this works, then maybe it just doesn't like the Challenger for whatever reason, which it worked just fine with Pilotedge. So we'll see if this is the issue. It might have something to do with that plane. And if this isn't it, guys, I'll probably just end the stream because then I got more work to do, and it's going to be going beyond my time limit that I wanted to stay on. So you guys always know it's something. Alright, so here we are with this guy here. Now let me see if, and it's still doing the same thing. Let's see here. The only other thing I would say, guys, is I can fly it on Pilotedge, but now I'm kind of, yeah, see, it's not working. Same thing. Look, no option to connect. No option whatsoever to connect. It's just not giving it. It's just not having it. It says you are running the latest version and everything. Oh man, you know, it's always something. It's always something. It just turns from sugar to you know what. All right, y'all. So let's see in the comments, guys. Let me know. Are you guys willing to wait for me to close X-Plane down and uninstall, reinstall it? Let me know what you guys are thinking, man. So, because if that's the case, I'll go ahead and try to do that really quick. Turn X-Plane off. Data X-Plane reinstall. We can wait. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me put you guys. I'll vote for sheer. Let's get you guys back in the Be Right Back screen and shut it down and try to uninstall and reinstall it quick. Alright, so guys, what we're doing is we're uninstalling X-Pilot, and we're going to try to reinstall it.
I haven't seen you lately, no. I've been trying to be real patient. All this waiting's got me anxious. Where you been, baby? About that time now, come here, let's rewind.
Alright guys, this is not going to work. It's saying the setup, would you like to restart? No, it's just telling me that it's already been installed. Alright, so I uninstalled it there. Let's try to reinstall it quick. He said reinstall, bro. It's the weekend. Okay. Alright, stand by, guys.
Make sure it's focused on me.
Alright.
Just forget about your meeting.
Hey, they've obviously switched everything up here. Welcome back. Flight planning. Let's go resources. Pilot clients. They've obviously switched VATSIM.net around quite a bit. Pilot clients, members. Seems like it's more difficult now to find what you need to find on here, man. Let's see, pilot clients, resources. Oh man, I don't get this. Let's see, more information. They switched it. Let's see, members, worldwide, getting started. Let's go to the getting started. Okay, keep saying get started with VATSIM. Welcome back. Okay, this will be your new home. Got it. Let's see, VATSIM. Seems like it's a lot harder just to find where the doggone to download the pilot training resources. See, controller clients. We need pilot clients. I come to pilot clients. There's no stupid link to XPilot. All right, let me just Google it. I'm about to get a little upset here. Okay. All right, I found it on the GitHub. Let's see, download for Windows. It's downloading, guys. All right, I recommend everybody to simply just do a Google, because the way they got it now, it's not as user-friendly as it was before. It says XPilot must be closed before the installation can proceed. Okay, XPilot is closed. Oh, there's... Okay, got you. There was one still open. I don't know how that's open. Next. Alright, microphone check. Guys, it's still doing the same thing. I honestly just think I need a computer restart. You are running the latest version of XPilot. Same thing, guys. It came back on. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting. Look, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's not working. So I apologize, man. It's going to require me to do a complete computer restart, which means that I have to restart my whole computer, which means I'm going to lose you guys. So, having said that, my X-Plane is not even on right now, to be honest with you guys. You know what? Let me try one thing. Before I do that, I just realized my X-Plane wasn't on, so of course it's going to say no connection. So let's see if this makes a difference. Give me a second here, guys. Alright, so we got X-Plane starting back up. So, we're going to see if this makes a difference at all. So I just reinstalled it. Started X-Plane. And we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens here, guys. Alright. So it definitely wasn't that problem. Let's go over here. Make sure everything stayed copacetic. let's look at our weight. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is it, guys. I'm telling you, man, if I could just get one stream, if it's not FPS, it's a sim crash. If it's not that, it's X-Pilot acting funny. If it's not X-Pilot acting funny, it's something. Something. But we got one good leg in, so hopefully, you know, if it's not anything to work hard for, usually the benefit isn't as great. So hopefully the benefit's going to be really great if we get this bad boy working. If not, I'm going to have to get it working after a complete computer restart. So it's quite annoying that this is going down the way it is. Funny thing is, sometimes Pilotedge is the problem. Pilotedge worked flawlessly this time, and now, of course, we got an X-Pilot issue. So, thanks for hanging on board and working through the struggle with me, guys. Hopefully, this is the ticket. I almost stopped the stream, but then I remembered. I'm like, wait a minute, my X-plane's not even back up. Getting frustrated. So we'll see if this is the difference, man. All right, come on, X-Plane. I think we can. Come on, man, we got the extra pilots and everything. All right, we're getting there. We're working towards a common goal here, folks. Alright, here's the standard message that I get. Remember, these airports are all working. There's just like this Monterrey. It's supposed to be a problem at Monterrey too, but there's not. So that's just... Alright, let's come on the outside here. Give you guys that view there. And let's see now if we get any joy. Let's see. Let's shut it back down again and restart it. I honestly think it's a whole computer restart type situation. Funny thing is, I don't even see I honestly don't, let's see, beta, latest version. So, you know, something's not right because that install is from April and we just installed it on June 10th. That's not right. So I got a version here of 6.10, but I can't find the executable for the recent one we just did. Okay, let me try something different here. Right, no, yeah, we're connected. X-Plane's on there. The silent killer, you silly. I don't know, man. It ain't looking too hot, guys. I'm literally at a loss for words here. I can't even find the shortcut. Well, guys, look, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it because again, I don't want to have 2 streams with the same thumbnail out there because I'm gonna have to stop the stream and completely restart the computer. So, sorry guys, man. It is what it is. I'm about to shut this whole game down right now. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. Sorry about the X-Pilot situation not working, but I'm gonna have to restart the whole computer, and that's gonna cause me to lose each and every one of you. So, guys, man, appreciate you riding on board today, and it's unfortunate that it went down this way since we had such an awesome first flight. So I'm gonna shut it down, guys, and hopefully the next time we get up, maybe we'll take off from Monterey and finish this flight. But I'm gonna have to make sure X-Pilot is working, which hopefully is gonna be as soon as I get shut off the stream. I'm gonna restart everything and see if it was just a computer restart that needed to happen. So God bless each and every one of you, man. Appreciate you doing that. And you know, it's always something when you stream, something that comes up and just, you know, kicks you right in the stomach where you can't get it done. But, you know, we don't give up. We'll regroup and come back the next time. So until then, guys, I'm your boy Dre. Take care. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for your support. And I'll get this figured out so it's not an issue next time, y'all. Big up. God bless. And enjoy the weekend.